as we discussed earlier, this is not typical story before before and later. Your story is quite different. If you can just highlight for people to understand what is it about.
In my case, well, first of all, I'm a mother of three. I have three kids, three beautiful kids at home. I have a full-time job, and I recently experienced many shifts in my life. I changed roles in my career, and I felt that when my daughter, when my third children turned one, I had something happened, something clicked, and I had this feeling of, now what? You know, I had to get something new in my life to get me that thrill again. That I feel when you give birth to three children and you experience something so strong and so changing in your life. When you feel that this is behind you, somehow you need something new after that. I mean, in my case, that's how I experienced it, and that's how I think I felt fulfilled with my training with you. Is that it gave me a sense of new fulfillment. I felt good in my body again. I could feel some form of new energy, I would say. It's all about the energy at the end of the day. It's all about what we feel inside, and that's what I was lacking, I guess. I was needing something new. I needed to feel something new here, and yeah, that was my drive, I guess.
If I may highlight one thing, as I count you as a high level executive professional. And
thank you.
This, yeah, for sure, 100%. We all know, both of us, we know how hard you're working, and that, like, I feel that it's useless speaking about motivation when I sit at this table with you. But in your case, it wasn't about motivation. It was all about structure and guidance, because you know that you are not showing up here for the sake of just counting reps, and you are here to level up.
Yeah. The thing is, I'm a firm believer in the idea that you need to enjoy the process. I've always been driven by this idea that if you don't enjoy the process, you're missing the whole point. And it's true in the training, in the workout, but it's also true in all the areas of your life. It's true in your job, in your career, in your personal life. If you don't enjoy what you do, then you cannot succeed, because it's not sustainable. So when it comes to training, it's the same. If you don't find a way to enjoy the process, you won't last. So you need to find whatever works for you. You need to find whatever works for you, to just go there and have fun in the process and have fun doing it. So this was the part that I knew how to handle. I know how to show up to the gym. As you say, I don't lack motivation. For me, it was not the problem. It's just that because I tend to be a bit extreme sometimes in areas of my life. I was maybe going too much into this idea that I have to enjoy the process, and maybe I was lacking, again, structure and goal orientation. So that's why I needed you here to give me a structure and to set goals and help me, I would say, delegate that part, because I'm focusing on, okay, how can I make it enjoyable? How can I have fun while doing it? And let the rest, hand it over to you.
But when you speak,
if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does. But just to clarify, when you speak right now, it seems that it's very easy. But we all know that getting in shape is hard. Feeling stuck is harder. When you say you delegate to me, I have to revert back to you and say that there is a hidden thing which no one sees. Only me. I know how many times you committed to your journaling, how many times you did the things which no one sees. So
yeah,
it's again like, for me, this shows that person is ready to level up. will not use word change because I feel that you leveled up. You just leveled up. So can you explain to people who are watching this today and saying it could be me, what is actually needed?
That's a great question. My philosophy about that is that you need to try. You need to try, repeat, see what works for you. You need to fail and to see what doesn't work for you and adjust. Learn by doing. You cannot learn by thinking. You need to learn by doing. Just do the thing. Just try. Just start somewhere. And then you see what, again, coming back to what I said earlier, see what works for you. See whatever it takes for you to make it work. And that's how you learn about yourself. That's how you learn what works for you. And continue, readjust, change along the way, and readjust, and you navigate like this. There's no other way. There's no other way.
Right.
So, yeah, in my case, it's a constant re-evaluation of, okay, where do I stand? How do I feel? Is this working for me? Is this something I enjoy? Do I get the benefits of it? Is it what I set myself up for? And if the answer is no, then at least you have something to start from. You have something to move forward from. So it's a process, it's a journey, and no one else but you have the answer to that. Because you were asking me, okay, what's your advice to other people? My advice is start somewhere and find out what works for you. This is the key, I guess.
I'll now ask one very marketing-driven question for me.
Okay.
How did I help you actually navigate through that?
You helped me by few things I want to mention. You listened to me. You got to know me. You managed to show me that you were understanding me. And as I shifted, as I understood what was working for me, you were also there to observe and to remind myself of, okay, this is not working for you, this is working for you. And I think your added value is that you observe and then you adapt. You don't give, answers that are generic ones. That's the thing. You don't give generic answers or generic solutions. You observe, and you also have this ability to shift and to adapt to everyone. And you have this, I would say, emotional intelligence that is a prerequisite, I would say, in your role. And in my case, might not be the same for everyone else. I needed someone to tell me, okay, you can do it, you can continue, you're on the right path, continue. I needed this reassurance, I needed this validation, because that's how I work. I don't need someone to tell me that I'm not doing good and that I need to push harder. This is clearly not for me. And you understood that. You understood what was the key for me to unlock my potential. And that's your strength. I believe that's your biggest strength, to go beyond what people will let you see.
Yeah.
Because whatever I would say to you, you manage to go past that and to read between the lines. And that's a very important skill.
Well,
And a rare one.
I have to say thank you for these kind words. But just to add the extension which I felt that you are lacking with, and most people are lacking, I was lacking with that, and I could see myself inside that story. No one is a born winner. We become winners on our journey, but how? We need to learn to celebrate. And these small checkpoints where we stop, observe and celebrate. I remember I was saying to you, we lost X amount of things, and you were saying to me, oh, but wait, no, it's your win. It's your win. And then by the time you were acknowledging yourself that you are doing great.
Yes.
That was one of the problems that I was facing with you. And I believe many people, what if your goal never happens? And you don't know what does it mean to win small battles on a way.
Yeah.
So only when you put this into small chunks, you can actually see. And that's the reason why I believe in measurable things, such as we will be showing on this video. We'll go through the system that we placed from the up to the measurement, body composition, and actually we track this every week.
True, that's very good point that you're highlighting. You need to celebrate the wins, and you need to split the journey with a long-term vision, a mid-term vision, and a short-term vision. As you say, it comes back to celebrating the small wins, which for me is what we were discussing earlier about finding a way to enjoy the process and enjoy the now. If you're only focusing on an end result that will come at a later stage, then you're always missing out.
But can I ask you something now, just before we move on? Many people would start the gym because they want to get in shape. What was your point to start? Because we are speaking now about journey, and obviously you were in shape when we started. You are in better shape right now. But what was the moment for you that you get as an enjoyable part of the journey?
Very good question. For me, it has never been about the look and how I want to look like at the end of the journey. It has always been about the feeling. It has always been about how to feel better. And to answer your question more specifically, I think for me the shift in my journey has been when I realized that I felt so much better and so much more empowered when I was in my everyday life, in my work, working with my colleagues, with people around me, and feeling this new energy. Or when I'm at home with my family, with my kids, with my husband, or even with my friends, to feel this energy and this fire inside, this for me is the biggest win. And the looks, or the I would say the physical transformation,
it's a byproduct.
It's
a byproduct.
Yes, exactly. That will come as a consequence of this win. It will just be, I would say, something that will manifest as a consequence. It shouldn't be the end goal. It shouldn't be. If you don't find an intrinsic motivation from the start, and if you only have a shallow objective of how you will look or a number on the scale, again, that's not sustainable. That's not something that will drive you along the way. And this will not be strong enough to help you go along the way. You need to find something that deeply drives you to sustain the journey, I would say.
To get anchored with your journey on a way that you are enjoying the process. As we are getting to this point that you need to enjoy the process, and I'm not saying that everyone does enjoy. Sometimes to start enjoying the things, you need to be disciplined. And once you repeat certain action, for instance, first off, I would like to showcase the point where you are not coming here, you as a person, we are speaking now about you, and I want to highlight one thing, that you are not coming here in the gym for sake of counting reps and just doing this to show up and to say, okay, I went today to the gym. We are coming back to a point where it's all about leveling up, and that's what you mastered actually, because your every rep in the gym means something for you, that you get stronger with a part outside of the gym, as you highlighted a while ago, being more energetic with your kids, being a better colleague at your job, and then I believe
Being happier.
being happier
Being
and more
happier
productive.
and feeling better. You know, it's just about that.
Yeah.
It's yes, to be more productive, that's for me also a consequence. It's not the end goal. The end goal is to feel better and to be happier and to find a way to make it fun. It has to be fun. I mean, if you're not enjoying, then there's no point. So
Yeah, I hope we'll not discriminate people who are. I know plenty of guys who will say, "I hate the gym, I hate going to the gym, but I want to get in shape."
okay, very good point. That's fine. That's the starting point. And as you say, we shouldn't be we shouldn't be making those people feel bad, because that's the starting point. Just start from there. You have your objective. You have your goal. But my belief is that it will evolve with time. As of now, you think that your goal is to get in shape, but then you will be driven by another kind of energy and another fire, and you will realize that the shape is coming at the end of the journey, but that's not what's driving you anymore. You will be hooked, you will be addicted to going to the gym and to train because you will enjoy it. So at least people are starting somewhere, and this is all that matters. So
Okay, so guys, this is very strong message. This very strong message from somebody who is coming from the ground of, she's leveled up. She is already on another level, but this is the client experience, and this is something that you as a general population you can relay. I'm a coach, and for me to say these words, it will be very easy, but coming from somebody like you are, it brings value, you know. I think emotional eating is a big problem. It's really a big problem. There are some people who are not willing to accept that they have problem with the food. And if you want to share, how did you address these things? As obviously, food noise is a big problem, and I can understand. I could understand this before, but then I start reading and learning and trying to actually find a solution how to help, because my purpose here as a coach is to help before I sell. You need to position yourself that same as when you go to a doctor, you are coming for help, right?
Yeah.
You're not coming to buy a medicine.
Of course.
And this is the way that I see myself as a coach, as somebody who is authority.
Yeah.
So if we can place this in an angle, because I know that you were journaling, you were saying to me, how do you feel in the morning? How do you feel at night? How do you feel if you have a bit more food, a bit less? So if we can address this and actually tell people what you were feeling, how was I helping you, and what actually helped you?
Yeah. It's a good question, because I remember a very let's say strategic point along our journey where I felt so many ups and downs, emotionally speaking, you know, with work, with my personal life, and I could feel that you were also wondering, okay, how do I address that? How do I support her? And I'm very grateful, by the way, how you try to find a solution on how to position yourself to give me some form of support. And I remember that you had this light bulb, you know, moment telling me, okay, you know what, let's try something. And again, coming back to what we were saying, it's all about, okay, we see something, a form of challenge, how do we address it? Let's try things. And if it doesn't work, then we'll try something else. That's something that I really like. And you told me, okay, take a piece of paper, take a pen, and just write down how you feel. And it's very, very powerful because many people will say, oh, okay, journaling, okay, it seems very basic, it seems very simple.
It's very underrated tool.
Exactly, it is so underrated because it works. And everyone will think, okay, what difference will it make in terms of how will it make me feel different? But the reality is, the more you try, the more you do it, and the more it works. And what I realized in this process is that when you put your thoughts down on paper, especially when you write them down, it's a way of taking distance from your thoughts. It's a way of creating space between you, between yourself, and between your emotions. And when you create that distance, you realize that you are not your emotions. You are your own self, and then you have emotions. But there is a distance in between that makes you realize that, okay, that's how I feel, but I have the choice in terms of how to react to that. And when you create that space, when you create that distance, it gives you a moment to breathe and to say, okay, I acknowledge this is how I feel. I acknowledge that this made me upset. And yet, okay, I'm still here, I'm still standing, and it's fine. I can go through that. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is it worked for me because that's what I needed at that moment. And you managed to, again, unlock that. And it's something that applies for everything in life, not just for training. But I think the problem with training in particular is that we are impacted by our emotions. And that's what gets in the way. Sometimes we feel tired. Sometimes we want to, eat in a way that will bring us some comfort. So we will feel like we are a bit derailed from our journey. We are a bit getting off track. And yeah.
But just to, there is many time you I can say you said to me, I failed, but I got up and I continued. In terms of like, okay, I could do better. And I was like, okay, this is still a win. Because you know where,
True.
for instance, you said to me, I ate X amount of things and I feel now like how I feel.
Yeah.
Still, capture the moment and get through. Because I believe and I know that there are so many guys who are having same problem with emotional eating, with the food noise, and it's a huge problem. It's a huge problem, and people are not able to accept, okay, I do have a problem, but there is a solution. There is solution for the problem.
Always.
Yeah, exactly. And then it just funny how the things were changing from week to week with you. Honestly speaking.
In what way?
In a way that you were progressing, like boom, 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 picking up with the food, relationship with the food, relationship. Consistency was the key always, I know that. But for me, it was insane to see how you're progressing even with your training, because the weights that you were lifting, it was going higher. And ladies, just one more thing to address. Weights wouldn't make you bulky. As you can see, her shape, she has got an amazing shape. I have to say that. We'll be shooting later, we'll be placing the videos inside, we want to show. And what I was saying to you, your back are like a landscape. Remember when I said? And really, so just this is another touch point, just quickly, because this is a myth which I would like to break down. Lifting weights won't make you bulky.
True. Yeah.
And
People are scared, yes,
Yeah,
of
not
weightlifting.
people, ladies. I would say ladies are mainly scared of. If you have good relationship with the food, doesn't mean that you have to avoid the carbs. It's certain. You know how much calories you eat. You know what is your energy expenditure, and then in way to progress, obviously you need to be active. You are doing many things. You are not like typical housewives. Like you now we are shooting very well prior that. You went for the wake
Surfing this morning.
polo. So there are so
Yeah.
many things, and I really admire the way that you live your life, because having 3 kids, training with me, the training 3 times per week, only 3 times per week. You don't need to train countless
True.
amount of hours. 3 times per
We
week.
don't see each other that often.
Yep, exactly. But the things that I really admire is that you have like 8-9 hours shift job, 9 to
Yeah.
5. That you
Minimum,
have 3
yeah.
kids, and that you are crushing your life. I wanna acknowledge that because I have to give you credit for this thing.
Thank you.
For the things such as for me, this is success story. This is success story for me, and it's all about that. I really wanna place this in a first plan, because this is successful story for me. Because you are not you are not somebody who has nothing to do in life, and doing the gym for sake of getting in shape. You know, you are a person who is
I
crushing.
don't know if anyone is like that.
Yo! Oh,
You would know better than me, obviously,
well,
but I don't know.
well,
I mean,
yes, I don't know anyone.
I'm only surrounded by very strong, powerful women who have a family, kids at home, and who have a job, like my colleagues. So I don't know. For me, you know, it's funny because some people are asking me. Some people who don't have kids are asking me, "Oh my God, how do you manage to make everything?"
How do you
fit?"
manage actually? Tell me.
Well,
That's the question I want to know as well.
it's funny because paradoxically, it's the only way for me to make it work. If I don't have this moment in my days, in my life, where I'm doing something just for me, like this training and feeling good in my body, and something that makes me feel good, then the other things would not work. I need this to make the rest work. I need this to be performant in my career, to be relaxed at home when I come back and I have all my kids running around me, and some commitments with people outside of work, like my friends or my family. I need this to run the other areas of my life. So it's funny how the more you do, and actually the more you are compelled to find a structure and to find a way to make everything fit. So I don't know any other way, actually. It's
'Cause you are a high performer. I have to get back to it. And people like you, they don't need motivation. Again, we are getting to the same point with the structure, with placing everything in one place, making your life easier, not harder actually. Because obviously, when you know what to do, how to do, and where to do, it's way easier. And then plus, you were trusting the process since day one. So you never questioned.
oh, I don't know.
Not-
That's 100% true.
You never
I
tell me
doubt.
anything.
No, I
but-
doubt. I'm doubting. Sometimes I'm always questioning myself and wondering if what
No.
I'm doing is the right way to get to where I want to go. Maybe I keep it for myself, but
Not many times you said to me. I remember always that my opinion, the way I see you as a strong woman. First off, like lioness, and maybe it was in your own skin that you had this feeling. I didn't get this perception that you are actually doubting yourself that much as you just said now. Maybe it was.
I wouldn't say doubting myself. I would say doubting the strategies.
Okay. But you
know?
never asked me what if is not. I don't have this. I cannot recall actually that you said to me any time, "Oh, is it actually working or not?" I remember you had questions such as like, "I want to as well." This is something that I want to highlight. You were asking me, "Can we turn the fats into muscles?" You remember?
No, it's not what I said. I said, can we burn fat while building muscle?
Okay.
And
So
you told me, no, we cannot do both things at the same time. And
unless you
I'm
are
still not sure about the. Anyway.
Yeah, she asked me, can we burn the fats and build muscle at the same time? Yeah, technically on the paper it's possible, but you need to be a genetically freak.
Okay.
So genetically you have to be very gifted, and I believe that only 0.001 people on a planet are capable of, or the people who are using PEDs, performance enhancing drugs. In this case, yes, but while you are in calories deficit, it's very hard to get into this phase where you actually build muscle, because you will be taking the energy from your fats, and that's all. But let's move on from this. I have just. I believe that we covered a lot, so I would ask if you can give some comment on the way how working with me and Shredify coaching actually looks like, and what would you say potentially to somebody who is thinking of joining but is not sure if this is for her or for him? What would you say from the first glance where you stand at?
I would start by saying that we all need support. We all need external help when it comes to training. Not just for the technical aspect, but also in terms of accountability, I would say. And it's not the same as motivation, as you said earlier. Most people have the motivation, they want to reach their goals, but if they don't have someone to be accountable for, then that's what prevents them from being consistent, I would say. So you need someone to be there to show up to and to be accountable for. Then, to come back to you specifically, I would say that compared to other, I would say, strategies or coaching approach, you have a strong emphasis on tracking progress, which is for me something that I was absolutely not into. I remember I told you from the start, oh no, I don't want to get on the scale, I don't want to track my measurements, because it was triggering me actually, and I didn't see the point in tracking results, because again, coming back to what I said earlier, for me it's about feeling good, it's about training to feel good. So to be too much focused on results, that was a trigger for me. Anyway, so that's why again I needed someone to outsource that and to take care of that, because for me it's not something that I would do or that I would even be prone to focusing on. And that's when I remember when we met and when you exposed your vision to me, you told me that's where we start. We need to track. If there's nothing to track, if we cannot see the progress, then we're just being here training, feeling good, but okay, you need a roadmap. And that's something that I would say takes you apart from the rest. You have a very clear strategy and structure. you were coaching a Formula One driver in the past, and you have this, I would say, this very strong background, this very strong structure, which goes beyond than just setting a plan of doing X rep on this machine and focusing on those muscles. It's way beyond that.
That's something that is very interesting, because when you say coaching, especially now, I'll just transfer to online coaching. People, they think that they come, they buy training and nutrition plan. You get everything, but it's not about that. It's about transferring this energy and giving this kind of guidance, roadmap, structure, and implementing this in your life without you being actually questioned. How do I do that? Where do I find actually the guesswork, right? If I can put everything under one umbrella, I would say we remove this guesswork.
Yeah. And one thing I would add is about the mindset.
Oh yeah.
For me, that's key. You help me in terms of mindset, and you're not just a coach. You're also a therapist. You're also someone who's listening, and who helps understand what to address and how to navigate challenges. When I show up here, you don't just take my measurements. You listen to me. You listen to all my problems. You help me navigate my life by addressing my mindset. And this, for me, is again one of your underrated skills. You're not just focusing on the physical, on the body, on the muscles, on the physical progress, on the physical transformation. You're focusing on the mindset, and that's where you helped people the most, I would say. By helping them to feel better and I don't want to say enhance their mindsets, but shift. I guess that would be the word. Shift the mindset, shift the perspective, and see things from a different angle. I cannot count the number of times when I would show up here and I would come up with this problem. This happened to me today, and I would get this habit of always opening up to you before we start our session, and you would just make me see things differently. Like, okay, that's life. Okay, then look at it that way, and hop, you help me shift my thoughts.
Energy.
Yes, yes. It all comes down to energy.
And I do believe that energy is something that we create.
Oh my God, yes. That's also a very, very powerful thing that I remember you told me. Because I remember coming one day and telling you, today I don't have a lot of energy. And you told me, we don't have energy. We never have energy. We create energy. And you told me that. You told me, okay, what if you pick up your phone, if you're feeling very low and you have a great news, someone is telling you something great on the phone, you will feel pumped and you will feel energized again, because you will create this energy from something that you will hear from outside.
Exactly, external stuff.
Yeah.
It's very external. For instance, if you may ask me, the reason I don't train for the sake of six-pack.
Yeah, why do you train? Good question.
Exactly. I don't train for the sake of six-packs. I don't train for the sake of just doing the training like, okay, I'm going to sweat. I want to feel great.
Yeah.
I want to get this dopamine on a natural way. And for me, post-training feeling is something that nothing can replace. I mean, we could potentially argue about these things.
No, I agree with you. We've had this conversation repeatedly about how underrated the emotional positive feeling is after training,
100%.
it's not just about a physical feeling, it's how good we feel in our heads thanks to training. I'm always blown away by observing myself and seeing how training the body can have such a positive impact on how we feel mentally speaking. Yes, I feel that's such an underrated topic somehow.
100%.
You know?
100%. 100%. So I would like to wrap it up here with this part, because now we're gonna show the people what actually means putting the things into place. We'll present the way you train. We will present the way I approached you first time when you came here, and what was, I would say, the matter of repetition, if I can say, that we were doing again and again every week. We were doing this body composition measurement, where we'll just show to people what actually it means starting the journey, and what are the points that are visible actually. The points which are not visible we just explained now, and I believe that people can relate to you and can understand that is not just your transformation, is not just picture before and picture after, and is not how I was before and how I am now. It's something else, which I'm really glad that we present on a way that you present on a way it is. It's completely different, it's completely unique, and I would say it's you. I'm really thankful to have you here today with me, and I do appreciate you as a person, as a client on so many levels. Sometimes, as I said, I ask myself how this girl is doing all of that. Being a mother of three, doing all the things that you do. Sometimes you give me, I remember the days that you gave me very good advices for life as well. So again, I have to get back. I'm very thankful, and I'm pleased that you are here today with me.
Goes both ways. Thank you, Luca.
Thank you.